Hello farmers and welcome back to Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25. Hopefully everyone's having a good Wednesday. Hello to Lindsay, Diamondback, Branding Iron, Nugget, Noah, Jason, Terry, Robert, and Burley, and Rodney as well. Hopefully everyone's having a good Wednesday so far. Lindsay says I just had to pop in, say hi, and let me know that they're watching, just trying to catch up a little bit on the videos. Happy birthday to me. Oh, happy birthday to Lindsay. Hopefully you're having a good birthday. Oh yeah, and hello Skinny. How are you doing as well? Looks like people are rolling on in. Been on here for about half an hour or so. And you could probably see in the upper right hand corner, we got the contract going on up in field 24, I think it is. Where are we here? And there we are. We're doing some green bean harvesting. Let me get actually over into the Fent 930 Vario, and we'll go unload that so we can get some work done. So let's spin around. When it first started, it was taking a while, and I was like, is this contract bugged? I had to get about halfway around the field before it even registered 1% of the contract being done. So, but the good news is it's registering. And this is how much green beans we got so far. If you remember in yesterday's stream, this field has like a 97% yield bonus. So maybe we'll get a lot of extra green beans out the field. Fingers crossed. Hello, Dark Lord. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Hello to Wayne. And also Robicon. Welcome. So this contract, I think it said $17,000 for the contract, but probably by the time it's said and done, I pay the worker, and we get the leasing stuff done. We'll probably get like $10,000 to $12,000 for it, plus whatever bonus we get from the green beans. And this is what the green beans look like when they come out of the harvester. All right, so we're only 1/3 of the way full, so we can let that continue. So let's park this over here and out of the way. So 17% done on the harvesting. Harvesting is 80% of a contract, and the last 20% is delivering, so it's getting along rather nicely. Did you ever get your international truck? Well, apparently you did not see the thumbnail. Oh wow, it tabbed right to it. How about that? There's our international truck right there, and pretty soon we're going to be getting our trailer for it, because if I tab on over... Oh, the international... Okay, everything's just lining up for me, which is great. We're in the international pickup truck. We got 3,000 liters of buffalo mozzarella cheese. We got 10,000 liters of just cheese. And we got 4,000 liters of goat cheese. And we're off to sell it. And we're headed on over to see Grandpa Walter to sell said cheese. I think last year we got like 80,000 from cheese. So expecting a little bit more this year because, well, we got goat cheese. And also the production has been running about a full year now. Last year it was not running the full season. So this could be like $90,000 to $100,000. We shall see. Am I going to process the green beans? Whatever is left over. If we get a good amount left over, yes, we'll definitely bring them over to be processed just to make a little bit more off of them. I'm kind of expecting we're going to get a decent amount. I've been told green beans are kind of like spinach. You're going to get a lot off the field, so we shall see what we get left over. Time will tell. Hello, John. Good Wednesday evening to you, I guess I'll say. You're probably much into the evening hours at this point. Yep, so off to see Grandpa Walter. While that harvesting contract is going on, we got some stuff to do. The sawmill is getting kind of low on the wood. We're down to like about 5,000 liters of wood. So we need to cut down some trees and drag them on in. As long as I get about 40,000 liters in the sawmill, it'll be good to go overnight. I had a strange glitch last night. I had a field of peas, and after I harvested the field, it said I had to plow. Peas are not, a root crop should not have done that. Well, peas, we know there's some issue with the peas on contract, so I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I assume you're talking about you planted peas for yourself. Are you sure the field didn't need to be plowed before you planted peas and all that? So I'll have to see Grandpa Walter at the Small Farmers Kiosk, and we'll sell all this wonderful cheese. You're unsure if that was for a contract or not, the international truck. Nope, the international truck is ours. We got enough money to purchase that at the end of the last episode. Good morning, Mr. Whitfield and Junk. A good Wednesday to you. I'm kind of hoping like 90,000, and if we're very lucky, $100,000 worth of cheese here. The price is going up in some locations and going down in other locations. And since I kind of want the money, we're selling the cheese now. Whoa. Saved it. Don't know how I saved the truck. That should have really tipped over, but it didn't. All right, let's see what we get here. Only 62,815. That's kind of disappointing. Well, I mean, it's a good start to the stream, though. I mean, 62,000 worth of cheese. All right, head back to the farm. Yes, I'm not sure. Yeah, the peas seem to be kind of a crop that's giving the current patch an issue. Hello, Storefern. Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. Don't know if you're getting the same weather up there as we are here, but the weather kind of a little bit miserable today. But that will let us get our trailer for the truck. Hello, Mark. And hello, David, as well. Come on, bus. Get a move on. All right. Oh, yeah, if you also remember, I think it was yesterday's stream where I went into our poplar field and I kind of destroyed some of the poplar. That poplar, I do believe, has grown back. But of course, that technically now will be like 2 months behind the rest of the field. So also in yesterday's stream, we got the loan below 4 million, so we owe less than 4 million. Oh, you're getting the freezing rain at this point. That's what we were getting about, well, this morning as well. Yeah, last night, as I was heading to bed, had 8 inches of snow on the ground. And started to rain. and probably a little bit of freezing rain in there, but now I'm probably down to about 2 inches of snow left on the ground. Pouring rain outside, and it's like 36 degrees out. But yeah, the temperature's supposed to get up in the 50s, so it's going to take care of whatever snow we had left. I'm going to park the international truck right here. But let's pop into the store. And where are those trailers? Low loaders. That's what we're looking for. And we were looking at the Demco because it was $13,000 cheaper. We don't need anything else bigger than that, I don't think. The extension, that's $2,000 for the extension. I think we'll leave the extension off. And the rim color, we could have anything. Maybe we'll go with Fent Red. Just to match the truck. And that cost me nothing to change the rim color. So, $46,500. So now we got our truck and our semi-trailer. That's why I left the truck here. Let's enter the truck. Am I going to be planting more trees? I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Kind of been talking about this, buying the Northern Catalpa and planting it by the sawmill and just dropping them in the pickup zone. Speaking of picking up, I'm going to get these bags out of here. The foil for the wrapper, that's what that is. I'm going to leave that there, but I'm going to bring these bags back because we've been buying the stuff at the farmyard. That truck does sound good. So yeah, I may take the tree field, as I've been calling it, the forest field, and we may just convert it back to another field and plant a crop in it at some point. So even after buying the trailer, we got about 20 grand left in the bank account. Saw 3 trucks transporting wind turbine blades today. They are massive. Saw a video of one getting hit by a train about a week ago. Don't know how old the video was, but truck was trying to cross the railroad tracks and got stuck on the tracks. And then of course, as you know, that's when the train comes. Hello, Nugget. How you doing? So it's going to plop these bags down here because we've been getting our material from this silo. So we'll just put them here so I know to grab those bags. They've been at the store for so long now. And we're going to swing around to go down the hill. And we're going to bring this wool. And we're going to go ahead and make some rope. Some more rope because why not? Let's grab the telly handler. Oh, I also need to feed the sheep as well. Hello, Skender. Happy Wednesday to you. We sold some cheese. We sold the cheese out of the dairy. And got about $60,000 worth of cheese out of it. Which gave us some money to buy ourselves the low-loading trailer for our international truck. Square bales of hay. Just want 2 of them, I think, would be good. You guys are going to take not even a bale. All right. Okay, so I didn't park the truck in the best spot. And I also didn't put my pallets down in the right spot either. Pallet forks. And now with a big semi-trailer, we got plenty of room for me to make tons more mistakes. Nope, can you just stay on there, please? Thank you. Alright, I'm going to move that truck. Just because I need to get the telehandler at a better angle. That'll do. Hello, MC and Miles. Alright, trying to pick up 2 at a time here, but this can be sometimes tricky, as we know. Well, nuts. Plenty more chances of tipping with the semi-truck and trailer. Probably less chance of tipping, just because lower center of gravity. I'll go good right there. Now I gotta flip this up. And plop that right on there. Also, while we're here, because I don't think I did it last stream, but we got sheep. A whole bunch of sheep, right? We got a full pen in Woolworth. Let's go ahead and we'll sell some. Another 6 would be good. Alright, let's head on down to the rope processing plant and drop off this wool. Man, I'm not saying I can't tip over the international truck here and this trailer. It's definitely possible. But less of a chance to do so than I did with the pickup truck. This is exactly how trucks are loaded in real life. I mean, now I got so much room and place to put things down on a flatbed rather than the back of the pickup truck. It's like, do I need to stack it well? Not really. Don't have that much material to cover the entire area. Just throw it on there and we'll go. So 7,000 liters of wool. Oh, needs to unstrap, I guess. There we go. And that rope processing plant should be going for quite a while. So before I get started cutting some trees down and drag them to the mill, I'm going to go back up and empty out our green bean harvester. Of course, now I just got to make sure I make wider turns. I knew that truck was going to turn in front of me. Did we get chickens? We didn't get chickens last stream. We got them the stream before. But yeah, we got chickens. And we got 90 of them. Or 90-ish. Somewhere around there. But I'll show you where the chickens are. So right up here at the dairy production. We got our goats there. But our chickens are right here. And of course, we got our silos over there with about 35,000 liters of wheat stored into it. But they do have like 7,000 liters left of wheat in their feed trough currently. Yeah, so now what I need to do... oh yeah, before I get started on cutting down some trees... just want to make sure our combine... oh, they're 80% full, so that's perfect timing, I guess. I also may send this tractor down as a worker to the drop-off point. Depending how full we get here. So it unloads just like the spinach harvester does. Well, I don't think it's even going to get me to 70%, so I think I'll wait. Chickens are there for egg production. There's no real meat production in Farming Simulator. I mean, you can get a mod for meat production, but it's going to be on third-party websites. Alright, so get into the Valtra, which is at the forest field. And, yep, I'm going to start cutting the trees down here at the road. And actually, you know what? I'm going to start cutting them back here and work my way towards the mill itself. So at about 5,000 liters apiece, if I cut down at least 10 of them, that'll get us until the month of October. which is just next month, but they'll get on through. And October is when I'm going to plant the barley. I'm not going to try to do it this month. Because I do have to plow up the field in some areas where the hail damage has occurred. Then, of course, after plowing, I should have to pick up stones. Although one time I did plow a field for hail damage and we got no stones. But I am thinking that once I remove all these trees, I may plow this field back up. And we may put a crop in here. Alright, now we'll get rid of the stumps. As one does with their chainsaw. All it takes is a couple of seconds for that chain of the chainsaw to get into that dirt. And that chain will be dull pretty darn quick. Chickens? Yeah, I won't miss a couple of chickens. I mean, chickens reproduce rather quickly, so... Don't know how many trees I cut down here, but all that matters is we gotta see the total that's in the sawmill. And the good thing about these trees here, I don't have to trim them on up or anything like that. We can just drag them as is. So using the Vulture, just because we got a little bit more horsepower than what the Deutz has. I'm going to lower that down, so what I want to do is get the trees closer together. So we can drag 3 at a time. And wow, that is a powerful tractor to be able to do that right there. Alright, so hopefully I don't go flying somewhere, which is possible. Because the trees tend to do that for some reason. Oh, and now we got ourselves the postman trying to get in the way. Yep, go around. Oh, come on, dude. You're there. Go. Move it. And every time I bring them down, we will go ahead and just collect them just to get them out of the way. If I can find the stairs, that's always helpful. Yeah, so once we get rid of all these lodgepole pine trees in this field, may just, like I said, buy the Northern Catapult for $2,000 at the mill. Since we got the lumberjack mod, I can cut trees anywhere, even if I don't own the property. And we'll just drop it into the zone and collect on it like that. kind of cheesy way to do it, but it's also the most convenient way to do it as well. No, bus, don't come down this road. Now, after dealing with Hills of Tuscany, I can deal with a lot of traffic. Hills of Tuscany traffic was something else once in a while. Alright, so 36 would actually get us through to October, okay, but might as well get the other ones. Oh, and I did not check when I logged in today because I kind of forgot where the playground currently was with what's going on there. Alright, attach it to the middle one. I mean, this isn't a bad little setup we got here, just that 3.5 years for these trees to mature. And I really should have planted them a while ago if I wanted to keep the sawmill going the way we're trying to do it. Or we're going to try to do it. I think we got 2 more trees, so let's get those 2. And then since we're that green bean harvest is going to take a little bit, but I'm just hoping we get a lot of produce off that field for ourselves, along with getting paid decently. Alright, 10,000 more liters coming up. And that means with 60,000 liters, I don't need to cut that much in October to get us to November. We go ahead and just plop down our winch here. Alright, back to the farm, and I don't know, maybe I will actually have time to plant our barley in that field, but I gotta plow up the hail damage first. Yeah, so that crop damage I did in the poplar field, those poplars have regrown, as poplar does, so you can't even see the damage that I did. But that poplar where I ran over, it's going to be about 2 months behind the rest of the crop. So I'm guessing we'll use the one of the doits. Don't need to use the vulture for the subsoiler, but grab one of the doits and we'll go around and fix the hail damage. Let's see. That's the John Deere. That's you. That's you. It's truck. Oh, okay. There's the agro start. We'll grab that. And it's somewhat easy to see where the crop damage happened. I was kind of hoping we get an update today and maybe they would say, oh, we have fixed the hail damage and planting with a direct drill. But that appears like that's not going to happen today. Am I going to wait for the 2 months, wait for the damaged crop to catch up with the others before harvesting? I mean, I could, because I'm not going to be selling the wood chips until December anyways. It's not going to be too important about harvesting the wood chips when they are ready. Alright, so I got a little crop damage here. And this is all from hail damage the last couple of seasons. And again, by fixing this hail damage, I'm not getting stones. So I guess that'll save me from having to go around and pick up stones if I don't get any. See if I can get any of you motion sickness by going in circles. Now, we did spray this field with the slurry from the cow barn, so it's got one stage of fertilization into it. I wouldn't be doing this if our direct drill would fix the hail damage, but since it currently doesn't, we'll do it this way. And I got enough damage here that I'm probably losing a good amount of yield. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. Field 18 is bugged because it says you have a placeable in it. I don't even know where field 18 is. 18. Where is field 18? What placeable would be in field 18 for you? Well, there's 19, 20. Why don't these fields kind of go in order? Oh, you might... Oh, field 8. I thought you said 18. Oh, Skinny said field 18. Unless you're talking about Hutan Pentai, because field 18 here is a lot of woods. Skender, the patch notes from a couple weeks ago said that it was fixed. But our direct drill is not fixing the issue at all. So somewhere down in this general area. You can see the two in front of me. Well, I'm just going to go right across all three of these together. Oh, the house on the edge can't sell. Yeah, we got a cabin here that I can't sell either, up in the woods. Hello, Bose. Happy Wednesday to you. How I do miss Black Sheep's modding 9-meter wide plow. I mean, this subsoiler's not doing a bad job, but having one double the working width would be nice. Probably shouldn't be backing up with a subsoiler in the ground either, but why not? And we got a couple of hail damage in the rice fields, but I'm going to hold off on doing... I'll do the fields as I go with the hail damage. But yeah, I'm not getting no stones on this field now, again. Don't know if it has something to do with the hail damage or not. So I got a couple of patches up here. Do I have allow create fields on, or is it off? Should be off, because I've reloaded the game a couple times. So yeah, the reason why we're planting barley in this field is for our chickens. Make sure they got enough feed for the upcoming year. So if your implements require, let's say, 200 horsepower and your tractor is 200 horsepower, will this cause your tractor to need repair faster than if the implement required 100 horsepower? The way the game is intended to work is your wear and tear, for the most part, is done just by the hour meter. How many hours are on the tractor, and as you're using it. Giants that never come out and said it. Yeah, if you use something with that requires less horsepower and you're using it for lighter stuff, it matters. From my understanding, it's just done by the hour meter. I think I got most of it. I think we're going to probably call that good. It's going to be kind of hard to find these other small pieces. And I don't have to go around and pick up stones. That's... I should be getting stones. This is a subsoiler. And I've gotten stones with it many times before. Alright. For the most part, that's good. Yeah, I got some hail damage in this rice field here, but we'll wait on that. As for all of our other fields right now, it's looking good enough, but, yep. Took care of all that. We'll go empty out the green bean harvester. If I can get this between the spreader and the stone picker, that'd be great. Of course, it's going that direction. I think this Fed does not like hauling the green beans uphill. Is this a 938? A 930. We did some math last night. I think for a pole pen is like 35,000 liters, which is fine for the size of our barley field. Well, the field that we're getting ready to plant barley in, that should be enough feed for our chickens, I would assume. We got tons of wheat off of it. So the harvesting at 39% of the contract is done. We are halfway done with the harvesting. As you guys said, it's going to take a while, but $17,000 contract on hard economy is pretty darn good. And if we get a lot of green beans afterwards, that's going to be wonderful for us as well. I'm just going to get out to the road, and I'm going to hope that we can get a worker down. It's got to go all the way to the other side of the map. So I want you, set destination, and it needs to go, I'm just going to pick right here, target unreachable. Of course it is. Why is it unreachable? Set destination, can you get to... Can you get to here? You get to that point, and then I'll reset you to get to another point. Maybe the distance is way too long. Spinach takes forever to harvest. Well, most of these the new crops do take a while to harvest. Just at the state they're in. Yeah, this is the contract I took at the end of yesterday's stream. That is currently what we're doing there. So the Vultra, I need to jump back into the Vultra. And yeah, since we are waiting for that contract to get done, it's going to have to get done this month, I would assume. Yeah, it's got to get done before I get into the month of October. It's alright, we got stuff to do. Alright, so barley. As I learned yesterday, wheat is not the best crop. Barley is the best crop. Hello, Jay. How you doing today? I made that rhyme, and I wasn't even trying to. Alright, so that's the seed from our bag that's been sitting at the store for ages. I don't know what the horsepower of that lease tractor is, but I'm it's not the 1000, it's the 900 series. So let me just see one way I can see. Is that going to be under large tractors? See, what is the 930? The 930 Vario is a 296 horsepower. Everything takes forever. 25. Harvesting at 6 miles an hour. I didn't check just before I started the stream. I checked when I got up this morning on the mod hub and didn't see nothing there. So I don't know if we're going to get mods today or not. I don't know how much freshly harvested green beans weigh. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe they just weigh a lot. I have no idea. So now that 90% of the hail damage has been fixed in this field, it should look a little bit better. Although I can see where I missed a spot already, but alright, we're already drilling. We'll just keep on drilling. So now that we do have the loan just below 4 million, we got ourselves the international semi-truck. We got ourselves the trailer for the semi-truck. Now we just got to figure out what to do with the money next. We could save up money to buy another field, or we could start looking at maybe getting some upgrades for the farm. I think tractor-wise we're all set. So, I mean, upgrading implements would not be a bad idea. I mean, a wider drill would not be a bad thing. Although I think the next size up is only going to be like a 9 meter, and then after that, it's going way up. But we'll just start stockpiling some money until I can figure out what I want to do with what we have. You use modded combines at 22 that ran at 10 miles an hour. Well, there was a mod in 22 which I never used, and I mentioned it before, and someone knows the name of it, where you could change just the working speed of any implement or harvester to the speed that you wanted. I think someone called it a fast harvest or whatever. I pretty much stuck with the base game's harvesting speed, but then again, I was using like the honeybee header, 60-foot header. I think this is by far your best series. Like it a lot. Thank you for streaming it to us. I appreciate that. Well, I appreciate you guys being here almost every day, watching me farm on Riverbend Springs. Now, at this point, I will have to say, for base game maps that Giants have produced, Riverbend Springs has leaped to the top. Goldcrest Valley was my favorite map for Giants, but Riverbend Springs, I like it quite a lot. The layout suits me well. Oh, I need, kind of forgot though, we do have a worker that finished their quote-unquote task. They should be, here they are. Set destination now. Can you get over to here? Why is that unreachable for you? I don't know why that is unreachable for that worker. I mean, it's just going down a straight road. Is it because... No, because I went over a bridge. Just had to go over the bridge at the cement factory. So why... I don't know. For some reason, the worker does not want to go to the other side of the map. Felsburn stays first for you. I never played in Felsburn. Wait, did I? I may have toured Felsburn off, not in a video, but, you know, just went around to see if I wanted to play on it. Felsburn was 19, right? Yeah, I think Felsburn was 19. And I played on Ravenport. It was the EU map in 19. I can picture it in my head. Yeah, I did like the map. I started on Ravenport. I think I started on Ravenport because back then my channel... I don't think I even had 1,000 subs back when 19 started. Maybe I did. And it seemed like a lot of people were on Felsburn, so I went to Ravenport just to be... I like to be different, so I went there. They should get a lot of the delivery done for the contract. All right, first time I've brought green beans somewhere. Let me just make sure this is where I'm supposed to be bringing it to before I start unloading. Yeah, appears like this is where I got to bring them to. Money should not go up. And it's not, so we're at the right spot. It's going to be like 45% delivered. 46. So now let's see if I hire a worker. Will the worker go from here back up to the field? Let's see if you would like to go back up to the field. If I set you here. Alright, so you wanted to do that, but, okay. We'll see how far you get. Or where's my Voltra? Drill is still on. You hope Felsburn comes to 25? Did, I want to say Felsburn was in 22. You started on Elm Creek map. That was fun. Did not like the base game Elm Creek map at all. Of course, again, I picked a different starting location. Could have been my starting location, kind of sucked. I'm liking the starting location I picked out for this map. This is working out great for me. Alright, so hopefully I'm planting where I took care of that hail damage. Does matter which map you choose to do. Well, for everyone, it's going to be different for what map they choose. Some people are going to like a certain map, other people are going to hate other maps. Think we'll get a half a trailer of green beans off that field? Have to see how the harvest keeps on going. Only halfway through. I don't even know how much green beans are worth or how much the canned green beans are. Yeah, it was a modded map in 22. I'm pretty sure someone will bring it over. I mean, Westbridge Hills from 13 has been converted so many times. So has Goldcrest Valley, which is a base game map. Someone will take the map and convert it over. How do you make the mini-map smaller? I think you're the one that's on console. So I have no idea what the console buttons are. So if someone that plays console can tell Thomas how to minimize the mini-map, pretty sure he'd be appreciative of it. All I can say is on PC, it's number 9 key. I know my worker keeps getting blocked by an object. That's got to be the driver going to the field. That contract did sound great when I started it for $17,000. I think it's $1,500 for the leasing of the equipment. Don't know how much I'm going to spend on the worker to harvest the field. I mean, I'll still make a profit, and while that work is getting done, I'm getting work done too, so it's not like I'm just sitting here staring at the screen twiddling my thumbs. And we'll see how much green beans we get left. I forgot what field it was, but this one up by the farmer's market, we did a spinach contract in that, and I ended up with like 15,000 liters of spinach after that contract was done. This field is a lot bigger, and the yield bonus was 97%, so we could get a lot. Well, Thomas, you're getting the answers for your mini map for Xbox. If you're on Xbox, or I think he's on PS5. I think he's the one that got the PS5 and Farming Simulator 25 for Christmas as an early Christmas gift. Let's see, where's my worker at driving over? Wait a minute. You're only... What the heck, man? You're only here? Oh, yes. I kind of remember this corner now. I'm glad you made it that far. Didn't say you were... Well, it kept coming up blocked by an object, but then would disappear. I thought they were getting blocked by a car. Traffic. But no. You decided to go this route for some reason. Luckily, our green bean harvester isn't full yet. So I think next time I'll have to... I mean, I can't get the worker to go from the harvesting field down to the drop-off point, and I can't get them to go from the drop-off point back up to the field. Probably better if I just bring them back and forth myself. And even though that harvester's chugging away, it's got a lot left. Hello, the Drifter. How you doing? Welcome. Happy Wednesday to you. Yeah, I was getting ready to say you were 80% full, wasn't it? All right, let them continue. They should be good for about 10 minutes or so. And now I got to get back to the Vultra. I'm actually getting so many tractors and vehicles to drive, it's almost going to be easier instead of tabbing through. Better off just going to the map and clicking on the vehicle. Lime should be fine on this field. And fertilizer, we put slurry on it yesterday. And now that I'm drilling it with fertilizer, we're getting the second stage put in. So this field should be... should say like 90%. Yeah, it says 85. Doesn't say it needs lime, but I'm thinking after this harvest it might. So I fed the sheep, the goats, and the cows are all good to go. They're starting to plan for the end of the month. And our production buildings are all set to go. Oh yeah, the playground factory, the playground, it's not a factory, it's a town project that we're doing. I think it was going through the last couple thousand liters of wood beams. So I'll have to give that a look. What is the next big, next step up or decent size planter? So we got the coon, which is 6 meter wide. Okay, that's 8 meters, so 2 meters more. That's a 9 meter one. I don't think that's a direct drill, which it is not. And neither is that. So for 50% working width, it's the Novag, but that's 312,000. $312,000 for that one. Well, maybe some modded ones will come out at some point. Of course, maybe I should save up and buy ourselves a planter so we can start planting other types of crops. I keep saying don't get more fields because our equipment's starting to get stretched to its not its limits really, but it's starting to task quite a bit. Now it's going to become who's going to finish first. Am I going to finish this field first, or is that green bean harvest going to finish first? I kind of got the money on us at this point. I think John Turley was in here at the beginning of the stream. I think he stopped in. I don't know if he's still here, but I think he was definitely here at the beginning. Nine meters, the largest direct drill as of now. 25. Said that a few streams ago. Probably did, but I can't remember everything. Can't remember everything that was said. We all know I'm not that bright. I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago, let alone what someone said a few streams ago. I don't know. 9 meter wide drill for 300,000. I mean, I didn't check the horsepower requirement, but I'm assuming the Voltra can handle 9 meter wide. I just realized, wait, there was no horse. The only horse we got is that one? Alright. Well, Giants did say they'll be bringing some of the machines that were in 22 to 25 on the mod hub as time passes. And Horsch is in the game, so I'm surprised they don't have a lot of their drills in here. Yeah, it was in 22, but in 22 that was a DLC. The Horse Pack, I believe. I think that was year 2 DLC, one of them. What I'm saying is goldfish are probably smarter than me. I think Kenzie has a planter. Yeah, they got the Kenzie planter. So, I mean, they are licensed into the game. I remember seeing that. I think yesterday I was looking at planters a little bit. But sometimes, like we talked about before, they can't always release everything when a game comes out. All has to do with licensing agreements and everything that they may have. Sun's going to go down rather quick because it's September. I really thought, though, once that green bean harvest got done with the headlands, and it just started going up and down, it was going to pick up the pace a little bit. But, I mean, if I get this field planted, it's still going, which more than likely it will, we can head on back to the sawmill because it's like half full. Actually, I should throw some lights on. Don't know if that really makes it better or worse. So we're just going to have this one field of barley. I think we'll plant in October a field of wheat. And maybe I'll put it over by the rice fields. And then that field behind us where the farmyard is, I'll plant oats in it next spring. If I haven't expanded the farmyard by then. And I'm just going to keep planting oats in that field as long as it's there. Just because oats are like the quickest crop, I think, from planting to harvesting. Because that way if I want to plant, not plant there, but build there or, you know, quickly harvest it to put something there, the crop won't be in the ground that long. I just want to look at the map here, see if we're actually getting the crop in. Looks like, I mean, I did miss a couple of spots with the hail damage, but we had like 3 circles here that we took care of. Got a little spot up there, but most of all, I think we're going to be looking fairly good for this barley field this year. But as we know, I'll probably get some hail damage this upcoming spring. Is that combine even moving up there? Yeah, it's moving. I swear I keep looking up there and it just keeps stuck at 63%, 63%. I was like, the combine is actually up there harvesting, right? And that's why those green beans, peas, and spinach, that's why those crops are probably selling very good, because first of all, those harvesters cost quite a bit. And then it just takes forever to get that harvest, get it done. You got a pheasant today, and you want to see how delicious it tastes, and yet you're trying to poach one of my chickens earlier? What's the deal, man? Actually, I think there's plenty of meat on pheasants. Well, I mean, I guess depends on what kind of pheasant you have in the area that you live in. I mean, the pheasants I'm aware of, they are larger than chickens. All right, so the contract's up to 64%, so it's it's getting there. Now we just better end up with a lot of green beans. Wonder how many green beans our production building can hold. Probably not a whole lot. All right, it can hold 24,000 liters of green beans, so that's not too bad. Yeah, pheasants where I'm at, which are kind of rare because it gets too cold here for the pheasants. But they are around. But the pheasants here are like twice the size of a chicken. Yeah, quails are rather small. Well, these bob white quails, that's what we have where I am. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up before our contract gets up to 80% done. I think this is the first time I've actually drilled this field in quite a while. Being this size with this implement, usually we get ourselves a worker while we're doing other things, but I pretty much got everything done for the month other than the contract. And on a field this size, I've only used 35% seed and fertilizer. Kind of weird that it's going down at the same rate. I don't think I'm going to be making as much money on that contract as I originally thought, because I'm just paying that worker a lot of cash to get the job done. I mean, we are going to profit on it, but not as much as I was originally hoping. But it's the first time I've done green beans. Well, anything to do with green beans. Technically, they're not our green beans yet. Although about 10% or maybe 12% of that contract is going to be just delivering the green beans themselves. I will have to deliver more than one full trailer down. Well, one full trailer and a little bit of extra to get that contract done. They're nearly full, so let's go up there and we'll just take care of them now. Then we'll come right back here and finish this up. Boy, does not look like they're getting that far, is it? Is that a 3-meter wide pickup on this thing, or? So this contract, actually, I think I started about a half hour before the stream started. So it's going to take them pretty close to 3 hours to get this done. All right, back into the Voltra. And we'll be done with this in just a couple of minutes myself. Then we may have to go cut down some trees in the dark at the sawmill to pass the time. Or I could jump in the green bean harvester and save myself on some wages. Don't think I have anything else I can go around and sell, because we pretty much did that at the end of the stream yesterday, trying to afford the semi-truck. And then, of course, we started this stream by selling some more because the cheese was at a pretty darn good price. Don't really ever do a whole lot of nighttime farming, but we're getting there. Got one little patch that I kind of missed. We'll have to go just top that off. And now we have a whole bunch of barley for our chickens next year. As long as we don't get a tornado. Or extreme hail damage, but hail damage does not seem to be that bad. Alright, so the barley field is done. Actually, let's go ahead and I want to top off the greenhouses with water. How many years are you looking to stay here? For a while. I don't know how many years, but I want to get to where we finish the playground. I got to pay off the loan, which, you know, that'll go way faster and faster as we keep expanding. Also want to get like the harvesters for spinach and all that kind of stuff, so don't have a timetable, but I have things that we definitely want to achieve while we're here. Eventually we'll have ourselves a little pigsty as well. Because Glenn always jumps in here talking about his pigs, so I figured maybe we got to have pigs of our own. Because not only that, I don't have any other maps to go to. Well, there are maps to go to, but I prefer to wait for some to come out in the mod hub. But the next map that comes out in the mod hub I prefer to go on. I need to make that series a recordable one, not live streaming. So those videos are going to be like 20 to 40 minutes long. Because not everyone enjoys the live streaming, which I understand that, which is perfectly fine. So the next map that comes up I like, that'll be for that. And then eventually, yeah, once we get done here in Riverbend, we'll start somewhere else and live streaming there. But that's a ways down the road. We're just barely a month into FS25. Although I got a lot of hours here. I think I'm at 120 some odd hours on this map. Let's do a little first person driving. We're just grabbing water, so can't be that bad, can it? Now I just gotta wait for me to get hit by a car somewhere. Think you give a test run at the Asian map? I don't know. I haven't seen that many. I've been on the map. It just doesn't do it for me. But I mean, if I was going to do the Asian map, it's just going to be for those 20 to 40 minute videos. The thing is, though, if I go on the Asian map, and I might do so down the road, but I'm going to want to do the temple. I just can't, I won't be able to help myself and be like, there's a project there. I'll be like a little kid at Christmas seeing the project there. It's like, we need to do the project. Greenhouses are thirsty. Well, just got to remember, this is just an 8,000 liter tank. The mushroom one does not take a whole lot of water. I think this greenhouse here takes like 40,000 liters or so. How many year cycle you've been on since started? If you're asking what year we're on, I think this is year number 5, and we do 1 day per month. No, the Hutan Pentai map, I've been on it. I don't mind it, but it's, I don't know, there's something about it. I don't know if it's the city itself. I don't mind where the temple is too much, but This doesn't fit my gameplay, I don't think. Not saying I couldn't play on the map. But from what few people have said, the temple on Hutin Pentai takes a lot of the cement production stuff. And that production is a lot slower than the sawmill. Thing has like 8 stages. So I think the playground has like 8 stages as well. But they pay a lot of planks and beams. And they pay a lot for, well, I mean, all the town projects pay quite a bit for them. Oh, yeah, you can lease the, well, leasing the factories, that's just a mod on the mod hub. We could do that here as well. But to me, the leasing fee for the building is kind of on the low side. Yeah, Rick, that's the way I feel a lot of about the Giants maps, where they're okay, but just you know, they didn't impress me. This map here, I'm really enjoying it. Can't play on PS5, keeps blue screening on your PlayStation. I think you're the first one I've heard say that. This is probably the last tanker I need to fill up the greenhouse. It's got to be almost full. I don't know anything about the stump grinder in 25, although I've been told the stump grinder is a lot easier to use than it was in 22. I've been using the lumberjack mod to get rid of our stumps. Maybe this greenhouse was a lot lower in water than I thought. Alright, how much more do you need? I like to kind of keep the tanker empty if I want to bring milk over. Okay, we're at 97% water, so that's good. Alright, we'll turn the lights out on that. Actually, I should park it in the shed, as one should. Do I even want to see how far we're not done yet? Got a ways to go, man. I think we'll take this load on down. It'll take me a minute to get there anyways. Can anyone confirm that you get a sale bonus for using the farmer's market kiosk? I haven't heard that you get a bonus from that. I've sold there quite a few times. I've never seen it say like, oh, you got $10,000 worth of material, then it says you got a $1,000 bonus. Although I don't own the land that the kiosk is on. So maybe you have to own the land to get the bonus for the kiosk? Is anyone... I mean, that's the starter... that would be the starter farm. So you should own the kiosk. I don't know if you get a bonus or not, because I don't have it. And I do believe there is a well in the game, Skender. Well, there's a couple of options for getting water, if that's what you're mentioning on the well. I don't know if on the starter farm if there's a well or not. They may charge you to get water from it. But there are now mods out there where you can get water for free. Yeah, we're not gonna complete 100% in the contract. That's why I'm bringing the trailer down now. This will probably get me up to like 74% delivered. Yeah, I don't want to. I know what you're saying. I'm not going to complete the contract before the harvester is done harvesting the field. At least I'm going to try to do that. Yeah, but this should get me up to like 75% delivered. Maybe a little bit more. Oh, I keep thinking I'm in my trailer. I'm not. So it's going to empty out the back. You always get more money than I calculate from using the kiosk. I do own the land it's on, but it doesn't say bonus. Yeah, I don't know about the farmer's kiosk if you actually get more from selling there. Oh crap! I didn't see how much was delivered because I was too busy reading chat. It's all right. Because I'm guessing the rest of the green beans will fit into the trailer anyways. I think. Well, at least we're getting to see Riverbend Springs in the early evening hours. Good afternoon, Hello Kitty. Hope you're doing well this Wednesday. %82 delivered. Thank you, John. Someone was keeping track. You got a real greenhouse and those make no sense. In real farming, it's very unpredictable and inefficient. Yeah, in Farming Simulator, everything is pretty much right down the line. It is what it is. But now we do have the hail damage or tornado that can change what you can predict to get. I don't know if it's me or not, but it seems like there might be less traffic, AI traffic at night than there is during the day. All right, we're going to let this go for a little bit more. I am going to jump back into the Voltra. I thought about jumping into that harvester and doing some of that, but I think we'll go cut a couple more trees and get them into the mill. We'll just let that work and keep on going. It's going to be like another 20 minutes at least, I think. Good afternoon, Brian. Welcome. So yeah, you were talking about the water. So from what I think what the chat is kind of saying is, I mean, the starting farm has a water source on it. But since I started on a non-starting farm, I mean, Giants gave the starting farm water, is what I'm trying to get at. But our starting farm, since I kind of went off a little bit on the starting farm, no water source. Although the good thing about our location, the pond is just up the road. So we're going to go down, get our winch, and we're just going to cut a few more trees just to pile up a little bit more wood in the sawmill. It's good to go for now. And boy, did it get foggy when I got down here by the pond. And slowly but surely, the 180 the 180 trees are slowly disappearing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll start with this one. Doing 9 trees because I can haul 3 at a time. And I'll be pretty close to 40,000 liters, maybe 45,000 liters of wood being brought to the mill. Not a lot of chemicals. People appreciate that. I can imagine. Less chemicals, the better. And now remove the stumps. Can I have the flashlight on while I'm using the... You can use a flashlight while using the chainsaw? You would think it's got to be a headlamp that I got on. If I'm one-handing the chainsaw while holding the flashlight, that's going to be something else. Yeah, when I get rid of the chainsaw, the flashlight went away. Okay, now we're just going to push these trees together. And cross our fingers we don't go flying across the map here. I mean, that is a good thing about the pine trees and whatnot, because you don't have to delimb them too much or at all. Run through the water, which must be getting kind of cold at this time of the year. Got to keep this sawmill filled because that's what's been really making us a lot of money. Nope. You want to grab that? There it is. And the reason why I'm just grabbing 3 of them is because the weight restriction on the winch itself is 6.6 tons. And believe it or not, each tree weighs 2.2. And if you do the math, it comes out perfect. Alright, so it looks like when we get the other 3 trees down here, we'll have over 100,000 liters of wood. So that means that can get us to November. You didn't push that too far out of the way, did you? You did. There we go. That'll work. Sorry, school bus. Don't know what the school bus is running for at 7 o'clock at night, but go on ahead. Yeah, the yield is, I want to say minor, but it's not as great as other trees. But if you're trying to do it legit and moving trees around, like the catapult does give you a lot of liters per tree, but that's a lot of trimming up you got to do. And if you're trying to put it into the back of a log trailer, it's a lot more work. So all depends on how you want to approach it. You really like how the lights reflect in the fog. Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Giants did a really good job with the fog overall in 25. The sawmill looks like Silver Run. I mean, kind of. A little bit. I mean, it's been a couple years since I've been on Silver Run, but I think it is different enough. Even though it's nighttime, that giant woodpecker is still around. Alright, so let's bring the Vulture back to the farm. That way it's ready to go. As the moon... yeah, we haven't really seen the moon that much. At least I haven't. In 25. But let's go put this away, and now it's time for us to get over there, and we'll just focus on the green bean harvesting. Don't know if the other cars appreciate my working lights being on everywhere. So I'll just put the headlights on. So if you're wondering about a green bean harvest in that field, the northwest field on Riverbend Springs, how long is it going to take? It's going to take about 3 hours. That is what we are approaching on doing that contract. Gotta get around this generator that I can't get rid of. Alright, let's let's see how much more we got still to do up here. I probably really don't want to look, but it's not that bad. It's starting to look a little bit more like we can accomplish it in not that long of a time. And maybe if I'm driving, it won't be as bad when it gets to turn around. Well, it seems like it's doing it pretty darn quick. And we'll get rid of the worker. And now we're doing the green beans. Can you mark where your home is like in 22? I don't think I ever marked my home in 22. It's marked on the map. I mean, you can go on the map and it'll show you where your house is. Hello, Rob. Hope you're doing well today. Is that all the work lights that we have on this thing? Yes, it is. So I don't know how much I end up paying the worker to get this far in the field, but they definitely cut into our profits. So it's probably going to take us about, I don't know, a half dozen more passes. But the question that we mostly have is how many liters of green beans are we going to get to keep? Our small production building can hold 24,000. And if it's more than 24,000, that'd be amazing. Must have a pretty big fuel tank on this harvester because it's only used about 15% of the fuel for this one field. Yeah, Mark Thor's harvester would be Mark Thor's harvester would be great. Wouldn't be a bit surprised he's putting something together. But I think the first time that I do these type of crop types, I want to use the harvesters in game. I mean, they're very expensive, but that was the kind of the good thing about Mark Thor's root crop harvester mod, is you didn't need like 4 different harvesters to do those crop types. You needed the different headers, but just the one harvester itself was nice. Are the workers good in this one? The workers are better than what they were in 22. Still could use a little bit more improvement, but yeah, the workers are way better. They they don't really go off the field when they start working. So for them to get stuck on trees or find themselves in traffic or whatever, yeah, they're way better than what they used to be. That's a very specific number that you got there, Skinny, of how much we're going to end up with. Did you just take your fist and pound all the number keys and that's what came up? Or, I mean, you didn't say 10,500. You didn't say 10,000. You went with 10,437. I wonder, I can't remember which one of these harvesters between the peas, the green beans, and the spinach. Forgot which one is the cheapest one, but I think what a lot of people are saying, the spinach is a real good crop to get involved in because it pays very well. And I think our drill can do spinach, so I could kind of save up for the harvester, but the thing is, man, it's going to take a lot of time before I get my money back on the harvester. I would like to see the mod that came out in 22 for making clothing, where I could just have that one factory. I use it on Tuscany, I use it on Hinterland, I use that mod on quite a few places. So we just have one factory where it takes the cotton and wool, makes the fabric, and then makes the fabric into clothing. Spinach regrows like twice or maybe 3 times a year. Wow, that fast, huh? But I guess if we were to go to the spinach route, I would probably want to purchase the large canning production building, just because our small one, of course, wouldn't be able to handle that workload. And I think that canning production building, the large one's like 300 grand. So between the harvester and the production building, we're getting up close to $1 million to do that kind of product. But then again, the canning production can do a whole bunch of other things as well, not just the spinach. Depends on the region, the soil, and the temperatures. That was the one good thing about the Seasons mod back in FS19. Because with the Seasons mod, all depend on temperatures and when you can plant, so on and so forth. You had to be careful of the forecast. It seems like they kind of went away. Giants used the Seasons mod kind of in 22 and now here. But it seems like the temperatures and all that don't have an effect on anything. I would like to see it to where you could upload your own weather for the map that you're on. Alright, kind of working on our last pass here, about to do one more. Alright, Skinny, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so 3 hours to harvest this field for green beans. So it's one of those things, was it worth it? I mean, we got a lot of work done on the farm ourselves. So it's happening in the background for the most part. Yeah, they went for simplified seasons, which is fine, but they should have left it open. And I don't know, because I don't make maps or anything like that, or go into Giants Editor that much. But they could make it to where you can have your own weather conditions. I remember playing on, I don't know if it was Griffin, Indiana in 19 I did it on. Maybe not. But there was a map where the geo for that map was always so cold, it was kind of hard to predict if the crop would last or not. So you had to be careful when you planted it. You want to plant it too early, then overnight it would freeze and then you would lose the germination on it. I mean, they did have soil types with precision farming, and it's unclear if that will be coming back or not. When the question was asked at Giants a few weeks ago on Discord, they pretty much said, we're not saying it's not coming back, but we're not saying it's coming back either, so... But, I mean, at least I'll give us soil types back. But I can understand simplifying the seasons just because if you're unfamiliar with the seasons mod in 19, not understanding like, well, you said I could plant crops, why did they not germinate? Or why did I lose half the field? Well, overnight temperatures got below a certain temperature, and yeah, you lost your crop. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll be bringing that to 25, in the Season 1 pass or Season 2 pass or whatever. Alright, so the entire field was harvested. We got just under 19,000 liters in the trailer. And I think someone said we got like the 82% delivered. So whatever is left, we'll have plenty of room in our production building to take what's ever left. I'm not sure it'll even be 10,000 liters we'll get. But we'll get something. Throw our beacons on at night. Well, the cows aren't quite asleep yet. We also got to remember, maybe they can't add the options in because, don't ship me console players for saying this, but it all depends on how much the consoles can handle. If you start to try to feed too much data, maybe the consoles can't handle that much data with everything that's going on. I'll try to be quick as I can once the contract is complete so we get most of it. So 8,243 liters. So it could have been pretty close to 8,500 liters is what we got left with. So we'll dump this in and start making some canned green beans. Then I'll collect on the contract once all these have been put in, because this is not our tractor and trailer. Was I not in the trigger? There we go. I was starting to wonder, I'm like, wait a minute, you do green beans. The grass fields, well, we cut them this month. So last stream, it was September when we cut them. I do need to fertilize it. Jarred green beans. Anything else I could do with green beans? No. Just here we can just do jarred green beans. We'll activate that. So jarred green beans. Alright, so they go for about 1,900 at the peak time, which is, well, next month. But this is going to be a slow processing thing, so... But I mean, the price difference is 1901 down to 1864, so it's not a big price difference at all there. All right, so contracts. Yeah, 3 hours completed. So after leasing, it was 16,061. I'm probably guessing half of that may have gone towards paying the worker. So I may have got 8,000 for doing that contract, but we did get some green beans out of it. So, I mean, not that bad. Store page. What's going on the store page here? Oh, we do have a cultivator. Yeah, I think all this stuff is what was there last time. Well, I'm actually going to throw some money at the bank. Because why not? I'll leave myself 20 grand. Because we're going to have loan interest overnight. Yeah, but our grass field will need some fertilization before we cut it. One thing I have not checked on it, I kept saying though, is what is the playground doing? So it went on to the next stage, and they need a whole bunch of wood beams. And I don't think we got that many wood beams currently at the sawmill, so we'll probably just let it run overnight. I got 3. Yeah, we got 3. I think we'll just wait until overnight. So we'll have a whole bunch down here. Alright, so let's go home. And call it a night. I don't know where Sam is. I mean, the squirrels are in bed, Sam. Get out of the woods. I think that's what Sam's doing. Eight o'clock in the morning sounds good to me. Hello, Radium. New to the stream, so you mostly play similar games. What is your favorite way to make some quick money in 25? Well, since you're new to the stream, I should let you know that I do play on hard economy, so the money doesn't come in extremely fast. But the sawmill seems to be doing pretty good for us. But of course, you know, you got to spend money to make money, kind of a thing. But yeah, just trying to do as much of the product as you can with what you have. Oh, don't want to forget about Sam. Make sure we feed Sam. And let me move his stick. This is Sam's stick that he likes to play with. I can see how much I pay for the workers on the financing screen. The problem is, last month we did a lot of contracts, so it's going to show up. Let's see. That's the loan is 13,000. So we got the loan down to 13,266, which is good. Wage payment was. So the wage payment wasn't even 8,000. I'm trying to think how many contracts we did. I know I did a mowing contract as well, so maybe I didn't pay as much for that worker in that field as I thought. I know we did a mowing contract in last month, so yeah, it's not as bad. Yeah, it doesn't break it down as individual jobs. If I just did one job, I'd be like, okay, that's how much we did for that one job, but we did a couple. So there's a baler, which we actually own that baler. Well, not this particular one, but that's for sale. A bucket. Well, we don't have a wheel loader, and none of that other stuff is going to be good for us. Yeah, silage is not too bad to get involved with. The good thing about silage in 25, even though you didn't get paid as much as you did before, the silage price is pretty much stable throughout the year. So it's not like wait until December, January to sell silage. You can do silage anytime, and it's going to stay roughly at like on hard economy, 120 per 1,000. But if you're really just starting to understand 25 or getting to FS25, and you're familiar with the previous versions of Farming Simulator, sorry, the crop that appears to be going really good now is poplar, because wood chip pricing, the wood chips are pretty much worth it now to do. So we're going to grab the 3650 John Deere and go up and quickly spread fertilizer in our grass field. I'm not using, I don't want to say a whole lot of unimportant mods, but like, trying to think of the ones that would probably stand out, but I am using the Paint and Terraform Anywhere mod, also the free landscaping mod, just because I want the map to look good, so when I put down the shed, I don't want it to pay for gravel and all that kind of stuff, or it looks like gravel. But as for equipment, I am using the lumberjack mod, so I can get rid of stumps. But yeah, have a look at the wood chips. On hard economy, wood chips in December sell for like 550. So we got some poplar fields that we planted, and we'll be doing poplar next spring or summer. Actually, probably not until fall, honestly, because they take a while to grow. Oh, and if you have the McDon, if you got the McDon DLC, you definitely want to use the McDon on cereal crop for swathing, then picking up with a harvester, because you get a 25% increase in yield just by using the McDon. It doesn't work for grass, but if you swath up your wheat, barley, I think canola, forgot which ones it was, but you get a 25% increase on using the McDon setup. I need to check on these silage bales, but I forgot what month we are in for these. They're not ready this month, are they? They will be. They're in the mid-80s on being fermented. So the McDon is that tractor in that shed on the far left. That's the McDon. So now our grass field will be ready for cutting in November. And we are going to plant a wheat field over by our rice fields. But we also need to get rid of the weeds in our barley field that we just planted. Yep, that's good enough fertilizer for me. But before I get to spraying for the weeds, I'm going to head on down to the sawmill and load up the wood beams and take those up to the playground so that can continue. So it looks like the playground needs a lot of wood beams. Seems like step after step, it's wood beams, wood beams, wood beams. So not just for Bradium, who's new to the stream, but anyone else that hasn't been here from the beginning. What we did here in Riverbend Springs on the first day, we borrowed $5 million, so that means we started with $5 million, but I have to pay back that $5 million to the bank. We got a good amount of starting equipment, but then we bought a whole bunch of factories. I think we spent like $1.5 million on like a handful of factories. And the sawmill's been kind of keeping us going. Been feeding it trees and delivering the wood, the lumber. And now we got the loan, now just under $4 million. And of course we have expanded, we got more fields. We've been buying sheds. We got animals around here everywhere, just about. Chickens, goats, sheep, cows, water buffalo. Hey, there's Sam. I'm just going to park the 3650 in here. I may use the Agro Star to spray the herbicide down. But you can see all the weeds that we got in our barley field. But down to the sawmill. And we get to use our latest purchase, which is the International Semi-Truck and a trailer. So we're looking for... Oh, there's one set of wood beams. And yes, I am using super strength down here at the sawmill. But the first week and a half, the first like 10 days, we were down here with a telehandler. But I hate how the sawmill is designed. It's hard to get in there. So we're just going to pick these things up this way for now. Well, I say for now, but we've been doing it for a while. Really, our international pickup truck could handle this, but this is what's here. You find, basically what you're saying is you find the interest rates kind of low in Farming Simulator. Well, until you edit the XML files and borrow more than what the game allows you to, it can get kind of expensive. So we got 6,000 liters of boards. Just double checking here. Yeah, that's all the boards that we have currently. I guess I'll go out this way. I don't know if I can make this corner with this trailer, but I think we can. You played it with a mod and borrowed money in 22, which made it more realistic. Oh, the realistic loans? Yeah, I used that too. I did like that realistic loan mod. If it comes back, I'll be using it at some point. Well, as soon as it comes out, I'll be using it as soon as I can on another series. So the reason why I'm not bringing anything else up to the playground for lumber is you're going to cause problems when you pull in front of me, aren't you? There we go. Because I pretty much got it maxed out on planks. If I brought planks up to here to the playground, even though they're offering a good amount of money, they'll take the planks, but I won't get paid for them. So just want to bring the stuff up that they're asking for at this time. I also got the same problem with the wagon builder. If I bring long planks to there, they'll take them, but I won't get paid for it. And we did finish the grain elevator, so that's not even a sell point anymore. Alright, so getting up here with the semi-trailer is a little bit... Am I hitting a... Oh, I'm hitting... I thought I was hitting the fence. I'm actually hitting a water tower? Alright, there's 20 grand plus the project can continue. Alright, Bose, I would say have fun, but it's a dental appointment, so All right, go back to the sawmill. We'll grab some material, and usually the prefab walls will go to the warehouse, and the long planks might be going there too. And of course, we got planks to sell. The trees are the trees. When they run out, they run out. Then we'll have to go back to doing the, I feel it's a little bit on the cheesy side of things, but we'll just buy the tree for $2,000 and cut it right into the mill. Because let's face it, if I started planting trees now, even the northern catalpa, those are going to take 4 years. I'm going to go through those trees before next spring, really. So we'll probably just buy them, cut them, and collect them inside the mill. Actually, you know what? I'll go down this way. Didn't quite make the corner. Alright, so yeah, let's get the prefab walls loaded up. I'm going to put them here just because there'll be a lower center of gravity. Those are about 5,000 a piece. And with 83,000 liters still in the mill, that means we can get to December with the amount of wood that we have. So, prefab walls. Tell me you're not going to the warehouse. Alright, so warehouse or farmer's market for those. Planks long. Well, the Cooper is looking pretty good. Not to the playground or the playground maker. Not to the wagon builder either. I won't get paid for any of those. So those need to go to the Cooper. And then the planks. The planks are going to the Cooper as well. Now, they don't take prefab walls, right? Just to be sure. No, so we'll load everything up. We'll go to the Cooper. They'll take the planks and the long planks from us. And then we'll go to the farmer's market for that stuff. So now I usually pile things over here, but now that I'm bringing the international pickup truck in, I have to start piling things up a little bit different. Yeah, I'm not sure I know what I want to do with the forest field yet. Don't know if I just want to plant more trees and wait 4 years for them to grow, or just cut all those trees out, and once all those trees are out, we'll just dig up the field again and put an arable crop in. Which is more likely something I would rather do at this point with that. I don't know if that one strap is strapping in all this other stuff or not. All right, that one's not strapped in. Are these strapped in? No, those aren't strapped in either. But there's not a strap option here. How about if I did the whole truck? Nope, those aren't strapped in. But those are strapped in, technically. Okay. Can I sneak you into here? They will bring bigger headers into the game. Well, modders will bring bigger headers into the game at some point. Is that it for the long planks? I think so. Not going over the edge on that side. Of course we are. And then, of course, the wood chips, as we all know, we got to save those up for December. Didn't know I was going to walk right up the back of the trailer. Alright, is that done for the back row? Is there anything else over here? And my stockpile is gone, so it's just the ones that are here. So 3 more. And we'll go deliver all this stuff. First time with our semi-trailer and truck. Just gotta remember the first 2 are technically not strapped onto the trailer, but I think they'll be okay. Hello, Crafty Plays. What up? Hope you're doing good today. Yeah, we may still plant the cattle pod. It's one of those things where it's kind of in the back of my mind, but I haven't really been thinking too much about it. And so much for those, well, they're still on the truck. You want better plows? Well, technically that John Deere plow, if I'm thinking of the one that you're thinking of, that was really a cultivator kind of converted to a plow. Okay, those two went. And how many planks do we got on here? 10,000. That seems about right. But now I got to get out of here. Really can't make that corner the way I am, so let's go around this way. Alright, off to the farmer's market for the prefab walls. Hello, Jahid. I like your videos. I'm at episode 11 at 1.5 speed. Just wanted to say hi from Belgium. Well, thanks for stopping in. I'm glad you're enjoying what you've been seeing. So we get 20 grand for these, which is nice. Means we'll be up to $70,000. Not sure what the farmer's market wants with cement products and wood products, but if they want them, we'll deliver them, I guess. Well, definitely a lot easier to drive around with a semi-truck and trailer with all this stuff on it. We weren't stacked double high with the prefab walls. And we got everything out of the sawmill in one go. The only difficult time that's going to be is if the long planks and the wood beams, if they all have to go to different locations, got to be careful of going over the sell point and not selling something somewhere you don't want it to go. Alright, so we got some weeds to take care of. I should do that first. Or at least next. That's the next step. Let's see, our grass field. Yeah, grass field won't be ready for another month. Just going to plop this right here, I think. And is the Agro Star up on the hill? I think the Agro Star is up here. It is. Let's see how much herbicide we have or don't have. Yeah, don't really have. So we'll go to the store and buy a couple of pallets of herbicide. Those poor trees got damaged on day one, and no way to take care of them. The farm not far from, there's a lot of farms roughly where I live, but one of them, they are currently in a corn harvest, and they got a John Deere harvester, and I went by the other day, and they were out in the field with the, you can tell it was a mechanic's truck, and there was like 3 people around that combine doing whatever they were to it. Seems like every year they're out there in that field fixing that combine up. I do need some fuel, so we're here. Let's grab some. And while that's filling up, we'll go buy our herbicide. Pallet tanks, I guess I can go down here. Herbicide. Get 2 of them. Looks a little better at the store without our bags being here. Although we still got our foil wrap down here. I didn't check to see if our rice fields, I may have checked, but I don't remember checking if they need lime or not. Turn off weeds just for a second, and we'll turn off fertilizer. That's interesting. This part of the field needs lime, but the part of the field that turned into a rice field does not. All right. Let's go spray some weeds. Excuse me, car, I was coming out. You gotta go. Oh, thanks for stopping in, Radium. Appreciate it. How often do I stream Farming Simulator? I think some would say probably right now too much. But right now we've been going pretty much Monday through Saturday. And I start at noon Eastern or 12 o'clock New York time. So I don't know where you live in the world, but you can kind of adjust it. Basically, the stream started 3 hours ago, so if you know when that, you can do the math. But I'll be back tomorrow at the same starting time. We usually stream for about 4 hours. And for those who didn't catch, for Sunday's streams, The next 2 Sundays, there will be no streams. With the holidays here, got a couple of events to get to. So for the next few Sundays, no streams, but I will be streaming on Christmas Day because, as I also mentioned, one of those Sundays where I'm not streaming, I'll be doing Christmas then, which is not Christmas Day. So when Christmas Day rolls around, my Christmas will be over. So I might as well be doing some streaming on that day, I suppose. What button is it to lower? We'll lower that down a little bit. You don't want your herbicide spraying in the breeze. This is why I'm glad I got the wide working width for the herbicide sprayer when you start to see a field this size. I mean, it's not going to take me long to do this field, but you don't want to go half the working width of this and take twice as long. But it looks a lot better after taking care of all that hail damage that we had in the field. Missed a couple spots here and there, but got most of it. So now that we jumped up to 70,000, and the shopping list is, I won't say it's getting smaller. There's still plenty of things on the shopping list. It's just a matter of what do I want to do next with the money that we're earning. Do I plan on making a role-playing series for this? That's been requested quite a bit. I know I did it in 19. I did it on No Man's Land. I will say the role-playing series, the recording and editing that goes into making those is just, it's fun making them, but boy, it takes a lot of time to do that kind of stuff. And then, of course, you got to come up with a storyline. Do I actually suffer a yield bonus from using herbicide? Well, let's see on this here. It says yield bonus. Why is it going from 70 to 85%? Okay, it says 85%. And it still says 85%. So, do you actually suffer a yield bonus from using a herbicide? Because it says yield bonus 85%. I use herbicide here. Now we get into the side of the field where I haven't used herbicide, and it says yield bonus 85%. I mean, someone else said that before. It may have been you last time I used herbicide, but it's not showing a yield loss when using herbicide. Does it say it in the help menu? Which the help menu I haven't read really since like 17. Icon overview, crop overview, improving yield. Weeders only remove small weeds. With a hoe, you're able to remove small and large weeds, while with a sprayer, even large weeds can be removed. But there might be still some weeds left standing when you only start spraying when the weeds have fully grown. You can buy herbicide as pallets at the shop to fill with your sprayers. Sprayers are found in the crop protection category of the shop. I don't see where it says anything there that you lose yield. So I'm not sure where you saw that branding iron. I mean, I'd be interested to see and read it, but looking at part of the field where we haven't sprayed and looking where we sprayed, the yield has not changed. And it doesn't really show it on the help menu where we lose it. But I know that that storyline I was doing back in 19, which started on No Man's Land and went over to Wither Farms, people did seem to like it quite a bit. Or it could have been just because, maybe not the storyline, but maybe they like the video editing more. Because we had the volcano, we had the earthquakes. I actually got a few comments on I think the first time I showed the earthquake and the ground breaking apart, people want to know what mod that was. It's like that was all done in video editing. But yeah, they just took a long time to create those type of videos. And it did kind of suck a little bit when I went to record on Wither Farms and the save file was corrupt, and I tried backing up, but it backed up so far I was like, I got to do a lot of work just to get back to where we are. And that's why we ended it where we did. Not a great ending for sure, but I think like making a 30-minute video on that back then. Like a 30-minute video took me like 6 or 7 hours to record, edit it. Sometimes even longer than that. Oh yeah, and also using the teleporter to go from one map to another. But that would be something if I did role playing, that would definitely have to be recorded because I can't I can't do a lot of the video editing on a live stream. That would be too difficult. Actually, that would be almost impossible to do. Hello, Terry. How you doing today? I'm just killing some weeds. Oh yeah, when the meteor hit. I think that's how we ended the No Man's Land, and we kind of transferred over to Wither Farms after that. Alright, so the weeds have been taken care of, but now we got some wheat to plant. I can plant wheat in October, right? I think I can. Yeah, wheat's at the bottom. I'm so used to wheat being at the top, I was like, where's the wheat? Almost like, where's the beef? Yeah, on precision farming, well, I mean, yes and no, you lost percentage of yield on precision farming with herbicide, unless you used the see and spray. If you did see and spray, then that was exactly what you needed to use to get 100% on that. All right, back into the Voltra. Oh, yep, in cab. We don't need that. Where? Oh, I think I left my drill down over the hill. Yep, there it is. And I think I got more than enough to get the field done that we're going to plant. Switch that over to... Oh, went right past it. Yeah, barley is better for the animals and birds. That's why we got the biggest field with barley in it. But I'm trying to not plant all of one crop, even though we've been kind of been doing it since day one. Just because we get the 25% increase from the McDon. Yeah, you can use a hoe after your plant, or like a small weeder. I just rather use a herbicide at that point because of the working width. Yeah, I gotta buy the herbicide, but at least with the working width, I'm gonna get the job done a lot quicker. So maybe from what some people were saying with the spinach, I mean, I'm a long ways off from being able to afford the harvester. I'd rather not lease it because leasing it is going to be expensive to begin with. And I'm going to need it a couple times a year. So I think it'd be better if we start saving up for the harvester for doing spinach. That's something we can kind of work towards. Will I be doing Farmers Dynasty 2 vids? I'll be live streaming it. Yeah, when Farmers Dynasty comes out, whenever that may be at this point, because they keep pushing back the date. But yeah, definitely the day that Farmers Dynasty comes out, we'll be live streaming that. I'm not going to live stream FS25 Monday through Saturday here on out. It's just that this is the game that we got currently, so that's what we're going with. Planet Coaster 2 should have an update sometime this month. And when they finally get an update back out, I'm hoping that the people in the amusement park start using things more properly, and we can get back into Planet Coaster 2. And of course, there'll be other games that come out that will live stream once in a while. Or I'll have a first look live stream at some things once in a while. Hello to Skender's brother, or as he's saying, big guy. Stay away from the whiskey and wine. No, I don't have the planter for corn. But not only do I not have the planter for corn, I don't have the header for the combine for corn either. We'll be streaming Roadcraft when it comes out. More than likely. I mean, if it's going to be as good as SnowRunner, which, when I say as good as SnowRunner is that game, as we all know, that you love to hate. You love it until you just hate it, because it just... yeah. But, yeah, Roadcraft, when it comes out in 2025, I'll definitely be streaming that. His name is Astrid. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not, but it's the way I'm reading it. It's the way it's coming out of my mouth. Astrid. In the past, like, 3 weeks, I've been giving keys to games for early access, and I thought about streaming them, but yeah, they just don't, I don't think it would go over too well. And really, one game just needed a lot of work, and I didn't want to be streaming a game where I had a whole bunch of issues. I don't know why. I understand if you want me to plant corn, and of course I'd have to get the header for it, but I don't understand why I would need a whole different combine for it. I mean, our combine is the smallest one in game, and it's getting by for what we're doing here. Hello, farmer. How you doing today? Well, really, Terry, there's constantly every day there's a lot of games that are coming on out. And sometimes the best games are the ones you least expect, or you didn't hear of until they got released. I know the one game I did 2 series on here, and I did love the game, but Force of Nature, if you've been on the channel long enough, you remember Force of Nature and Force of Nature 2. That's a great little game to get stuck into. Typical Albin names. Family is very traditional and very close. Kind of not normal in today's modern world, but it works for us. Definitely nothing wrong with that. I'm just bad at pronouncing names to begin with, so I hope I said it somewhat correct, that's all. Did I create a custom map, or is this through the story? Well, technically, I don't want to say there's not really a story on the map. I mean, this is Riverbend Springs, but I did not start on the starting farm that Giants kind of sets up for you. Because we're on the opposite side of the map completely. So the starting farm is on the west side. We are starting exactly on the opposite side, the east side. That was just by coincidence. I didn't do that intentionally, just trying to be on the opposite side. But it was good land over here. So this wheat field, we're just planting, so when we harvest it next year, we can stick that into being made into flour. Go for a John Deere combine. I had John Deere combines on my last series in 22. But for here, we're probably going to end up getting the New Holland just because it's the new combine for the game, the CR11. I do have access to the Gold Edition CR11, but that thing looks like doesn't look good. Don't like that Gold Edition CR11 at all, the way it looks. I think I got a little piece here that I may have missed. So that's just going to leave the one field at the farmyard, right? Because we got popular, we got barley. This is a rice field, that's a rice field, this is a rice field. This little section over here, maybe I'll just go throw the wheat in it while we're here. Just because, I mean, it's a little bit. I think we got like 7,000 liters of oats off that little section, so it's something. It's there. Might as well plant something in it. And then we got this over here, which I'm going to plant oats in. So I'll go throw wheat in that as well. Yeah, I have seen the scarecrow. Well, it looks like a scarecrow in a fish net or something in the river. I haven't been over there myself to see it. Someone put a picture on Discord of it. I don't really care that this little section of the field needs lime. If I get to it, I get to it. Yeah, the CR11 New Holland Harvester in game, if you pre-ordered it, I can't remember if it was a pre-order or if you bought the Season 1 pass, you get the Gold Edition. So, we'll go up to Harvesters or Combines, I guess. And you got the CR11, which everyone has access to. This is the CR11. Or, if, like I said, in certain packs, you got the Gold Edition, which, if the whole thing was gold, I think it would look better. But the gold with a little bit of yellow on the chassis, on the feeder, and also up here where the hopper is and everything, that yellow and gold, I just don't like the combo of it. not a John Deere guy, but you like the X7? So again, last year when I got, well, last season in game, when I bought this field, I wanted this to be a rice field, but when I was creating the rice field, it would not let me get, you can see where the field, original field was. I was trying to bring the rice field alongside the river, but the game kept saying I was blocked by an object, so I couldn't put the rice field all the way over, and it left us this part of the field which did not get converted to a rice field, so I'm just over here. I mean, the field's here, might as well throw a crop in it. Just a few more passes here and there. Yeah, don't get Skenders started on the John Deeres again. Yeah, as far as in-game stuff, the John Deeres are, you know, they're good. But you know, Skender's a farmer. He knows about the John Deere. I live around a lot of farmers and talk to a lot of farmers, and I'd never hear the old-time tractors for John Deere. Yes, those are great, but like the combine John Deeres in real life, and all the new stuff for John Deere. I'm talking real life now, though. But yeah, they're overpriced and they don't they don't work out that well. So, I mean, a couple years ago, I was at a farmer's house, and he just gotten a brand new mower, so he can cut his grass with it, and it kept shutting off every 5 minutes. And he found out the safety switch was getting clogged up with material, so he called John Deere, and John Deere's answer to him to fix the problem was don't use the mower in dirty or areas that's going to create a lot of dust. And it's a flippin' mower, so I don't don't use it where it's going to create a lot of debris and dust. It's a mower. And that was John Deere's answer to that farmer how to fix this mower. Don't use in dusty areas or areas that's going to create a lot of debris. Yeah, I think the CR11 Gold Edition, there was a problem with that when the game got released. So I think originally the CR11, now don't hold me to this because I already had the Season 1 pass, but originally I think the CR11 Gold Edition was for the Season 1 pass. But when the game got released, no one got the CR11. So I think what Giants did was to try to solve the issue. They just, I'm not sure about this, but they may have given it to everyone. So yeah, the CR11 Gold Edition may be free to everyone now, but I know when the game got released, it was like 5 or 6 days before people got the Gold Edition. And there was a few things when the game got released that wasn't in the game that should have been in game. Yeah, it was not a smooth release for Farming Simulator 25. Let's just we'll just say that. I mean, it's a good game, as far as I'm concerned, but the release was not. It's like they weren't ready for the release date or something. All right, so the wheat fields, they'll have weed control next month. So yeah, where are, not forage harvesters, where are these specialty harvesters? Special crops. Rice, sugar, sugar, cotton. Where are the, where's the spinach harvester? Okay. Is that considered a root crop harvester? Nope, not there. Potatoes. Oh, right here. Vegetables. Under vegetables. Spinach harvester. 635,000. But that is a crop a lot of people are saying we need to be going for because you can harvest it a couple times a year and the yield is pretty good off of it. We can plant spinach. That's 498. 571. Yeah, but yeah, the spinach one. Well, I'm like 10% of the way there, right? Because I got 68,000. So, I mean, we will get there at some point, right? Let's grab the telehandler. And I want to run over to the chickens. Or not run over, but drive over. Want to grab the eggs and get that into our production building because we are making some noodle soup. Not going to be a whole lot of eggs over here, but got to get it in there. Hello, Jeremy. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. But yeah, that's what they told that farmer about his John Deere mower. Don't use in dusty areas or places that create a lot of debris. I mean, I'm not going to say exactly what he said verbatim while on the phone, but yeah, he's like, it's a mower. But being the, as a lot of farmers would say, but as he said, being the typical Vermont farmer, he just he created his own little cover for it, so wouldn't have the problem again. Uh, 455 liters of eggs. And I may actually have... Is this noodle soup right here? That's got to be noodle soup. And we got a first pallet of noodle soup. And what is this over here? That's kimchi. But this little shop is starting to get a little compacted. You can use different headers for different crops with that. Krone are the best ones. Well, if you're talking about the oxbow harvesters, it's you got to buy each individual harvester for each individual crop. At least in the base game we got to. I'm sure someone will make a mod to where we don't have to do it like that, but yeah, the headers don't come off those. I'm not sure where I'm going with the telehandler. But I probably need to bring some bales over to the cows. Sheep are good. Chickens are fine. Goats are fine. Yeah, the cows. I had the cows on my mind, but I'm going over to the cows without the bales. Square bales, and we'll grab 3 of them. Farmers come up with some genius fix-ups. Well, farmers in general are one type, but yeah, a lot of people that are hands-on will come up with their own ideas. Like, I know how to fix this. Yeah, there is a mod on the mod hub that's for the vegetables, but I didn't check to see, because I wasn't thinking about getting into spinach at this point. I didn't look at the mod too much. I didn't know if it was just for the vegetables for that were out in 22, like the red beet. I think that might be just for the red beet, the parsnips, and the carrots. Let me have a look here on that. I know what mod you're talking about. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, so that root crop harvester, the Ropa Tiger 6S Premium, that does the sugar beet, potato, beetroot, carrot, and parsnips. It does not include the new crops, which is spinach, peas, and green beans. All right, the moo cows. How much milk do we got over here now? Hasn't been that long, has it? Now we got 1,000 liters of buffalo milk and 4,000 liters of milk. Is our dairy production running dry on stuff? No, it's not. So we're actually getting more milk than the large dairy production can handle. The small dairy production, we're just waiting on that to finish up. So I may have to start making, because we're making more milk than the large production can handle. And I'm not going to buy another large production. But we can start making other stuff with the milk. Good night, John. Thanks again for being here like always. Appreciate you. And yep, tomorrow right back here on Riverbend Springs, as far as I'm aware of. There's always a slight chance where I'll get a key to a game. It's like, hey, here's a key to a game, and I'll be like, that's a good game. We gotta get right into that. But right now, yeah, tomorrow should be Riverbend Springs. And it has been a moment, but actually, cement factory. Let me visit that for a moment. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been here, but not a long time in game because we got nothing in storage. And as for the stones, well, unfortunately, the only place that takes stones is the cement production. So once I get this building full, I don't have no place to sell stones. Let me just double check on that to make sure. Where are we here? Stones. Yeah, the only place you can sell stones is the cement factory, but we own that. So I have no place to sell stones. And the cement factory is probably almost, well, not quite full, but we're not going through them that much. But we'll keep it topped off. I mean, this is all paid for, so we'll just keep on making this stuff, and you know, we'll make $20,000 or $30,000 off this building every other month or so. Meanwhile, as we know, the playground. So I do got. I'm going to need another 5 pallets of wood beams up here. I mean, this is supposed to be a pirate ship. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. So it looks like they're working on... All right, so I didn't really look down here, but the front of the pirate ship is being built. Or the back. I don't know if that's the front or back. And I assume we'll start seeing something come together over here. I'm not sure... I don't think I've seen pictures of what's really going on for over here. But you can see all the ropes coming over, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen there. But something will. $150,000 for that. What does a playground maker actually take? So this takes planks and long planks. All right, and a toy tractor goes for how much? Why do I not see it here? Or is that going to be like the wagon? Because the wagon's not in here. Tomatoes, mixed ration, soup, wood. So they don't have the toy tractor on the price guide list. Anyone know how much the toy tractors go for? And if so, what economy is that on that you're... Or is it going to be round? Yeah, I'm reading chat. Yeah, does anyone know what the toy tractors go for? Because, I mean, that production's not that expensive. It's $150,000. And it just needs planks and long planks. What's wrong with me? You've been here long enough. By now you should know what's wrong with me. I got a lot of things wrong with me. Can I climb up the rope? No, I can't climb up the rope. Well, this side, if this side of the ship turns out to be round as well, we'll see. We shall see. 50 grand on easy. So it's going to be about maybe 20,000, possibly like 20,000 on hard economy. So that means I'd have to make like 5, 6. I have to make 8 toy tractors to get my money back on the production. And then you throw that little jab in at the end, I think. Well, I can kind of look it up. I mean, it just needs planks and long planks. And I know long planks I can't deliver here anymore because I don't get paid for long planks here anymore. So it's got to be full of long planks. And I assume I might have enough planks in it as well. I don't know. So we could either save up by the toy maker and just make toys, or really start saving up and start looking at getting spinach. But that's like 650,000. We're at 68,000. So that's currently where we're at. But yeah, I think instead of getting involved into more things today, we're getting close to that 4-hour marker. And it might be a good time to just call it the day right here. I think we are done with our fields other than the grass field. We'll be mowing that in the month of November. I did not look at contracts, though. Any really good paying contracts, I would hesitate on green beans, though. No, we do get a mowing contract. A spraying contract, which I don't mind. Looks like a John Deere. Yeah. Definitely does look like a John Deere toy tractor. Don't know what the model would be. I mean, it's green and yellow, so I mean, I guess that's what we're going to have to go with, right? But anyways, yeah, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Should be back tomorrow for more Riverbend fun. We'll be getting through the winter months, and we'll be selling the flour in December. I think we'll even get that far. Although, like I said, November, we got to cut the grass. But now we got our semi-truck and trailers, so all that flour down at the mill, which, by the way, we are putting some flour into our small processing plant to make the noodle soup. So, but yeah, we'll get all that flour delivered on the semi, so that should be kind of fun. Maybe doing it one trip and bringing a whole bunch of cash then. And then zip on through and maybe get to next spring. That might be kind of rough to do, but we will see. But yeah, if you're still here and you haven't done so yet, and you want to help me out, hitting that thumbs up button at the bottom of the screen helps me out. And if you want to, that thumbs down button's there as well. But if you do, leave a comment as to why, so I can figure out why you didn't like it. If you're new here and you want to see more content like this, that subscribe and notification bell is down there as well, so you might want to tap on that, so you don't miss out on more content like this. But yeah, that is where I am going to wrap it up for today. I am actually getting kind of very hungry, so I need to go raid my kitchen and see what I can snack on real quick. But I'm out here for today, and I will see you all probably and hopefully tomorrow. But until then, have a good one.